It is early June and it is definitely lily season. I love adding lilies to the garden. My grandmother's name was Lily May. So lilies have a very special place in my heart. And all of these lilies I bought from Lowe's on clearance maybe 2 years ago. And there was a mixture. There was a tiger lily mixture and then the regular mixtures that they have. And I just grabbed as many bags as I could, and I'm glad I did. The echinacea is looking gorgeous. This was grown from seed. You can see it all the way back there. As the seed heads dried up, I just kept sprinkling them back here, and it probably took about 2 years for that echinacea to look like that. But it is worth it. It's so worth it. I'm so glad that I can get this on camera because these lilies have just been amazing this season. So we moved from this really bright color palette to the green and white palette. So in this corner, lots of autumn joy sedum. These are lime ricky hydrangeas. And in the back, that is an oak leaf hydrangea. I'll have to look up which type it is, but it's gorgeous. I have some poppies that are still here. I'm waiting for those to go to seed. But I have added in 4 Invincible Sublime hydrangeas. These are smooth hydrangeas. And I found them on clearance at Lowe's. And they were in my sunroom for weeks. They were looking beautiful and flowering, and I just needed to get these out in the garden. So I placed them here because I wanted to continue that hedge of smooth hydrangeas. Since I already had the lime rickeys right here, I decided to go ahead and put those Invincible Sublimes within this drift. And the Autumn Joy sedum is amazing. I will continue to divide that and put it along this border. But let's just take a look as that sun starts to set. This is the Agastache, and my Pennisetum has gone to seed, but it is still gorgeous. Oh, it's so gorgeous. The seed heads are beautiful. Look at this beautiful daylily. This is the Night Embers daylily. And it's a double daylily. It's absolutely gorgeous. One of them didn't bloom last year, but both of them are blooming this year, which is so exciting. Look at the color and the texture of these. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I have them in front of a limelight hydrangea. I have another hydrangea here, but I think these are little lime hydrangeas. But this is my corner bed, and the daylilies are putting on a show. But what I want to show you guys is how the reds, the oranges, and the yellows are popping in this bed right now. They are really popping. Look at this ruby spider daylily. That is absolutely gorgeous. And look how large the flower buds are on those. And I get a few blooms every day. Here's another orange daylily. I'll have to find the tag for this one, but it is a beautiful orange and burnt red color or burnt orange color. There's some more behind the daisies. Those look so good together. And check out the volunteer rudbeckias. And bee balm, Jacob Klein bee balm specifically, will always be one of my favorite flowers. I visited the University of Michigan a couple of years ago and saw these flowers and fell in love. So as soon as I found them at my local nursery, I added them to my garden. And I'm so glad I did. They are gorgeous. They give such impact. The blooms last a long time, and the blooms are just so bold. Look at that. And check out the snowball viburnum that is reblooming. This is the only one in the garden that is reblooming like this. And I think it's because it gets a little bit of shade. It gets sun in the morning, and then it's shaded by these weed trees that belong to my neighbor. But anyway, but yeah, so these are reblooming, and I'm really excited to see that. So as we walk down this border, this is the area I call juvie. This is the area that was sheet mulched 2 years ago. And people have asked me, how often do I have to re-sheet mulch? I really don't have to if I keep up with the weeding. Now, because this is juvie, it's in the back of the garden, it does get neglected. So there may be areas that I choose to sheet mulch again, but for right now, I'm just trying to keep up with the weeds, dig out things I don't need, things I don't want anymore. But let's check out these coneflowers. I have the white coneflowers here. Those are the powwow coneflowers, and these, if I'm not mistaken, are the native coneflowers, regular purple coneflowers. They're super happy in this spot this year. I don't really remember planting them. If anything, they were transplanted back here, and they could have grown from seed. I really just don't remember, but they are gorgeous. That's my favorite word. They're beautiful. This is a hydrangea that I don't remember the name of, but I thought it was gone, so I put it back here to give it a little shade, and it's happier back here. These blooms are really cute, and I placed it right beside the double play doozy. The double play doozy is done flowering. Oh, there's one at the end I'll show you that's still flowering pretty well. But this one starts to bloom very early in the spring. But check out these blooms. We have a few blooms left. But they are a lovely addition to the garden. Along this pathway, I have my cardoon hedge, which is doing great. I think it was a year ago that I divided these cardoons. I divided them so severely, I thought that I ruined them. But all I did was made them stronger. But here's the long border looking extra full now. The heucheras are still beautiful. They're flowering again. I trimmed off a lot of the flowers that were growing on the heucheras, but it's flowering again, and that's fine. But this bed is still doing its thing. I will be dividing out some of this ajuga and moving it around the garden very soon. But this garden bed is my pride and joy.